What's up, everyone? This is Fing/VA here, coming at you with a bit of a different video for me, actually. I don't know how well this video is going to do, but I'm doing this video for me and for the Sonic fandom as well. And what I'm doing here is I'm pretty much critiquing Mr. Zach from SwitchForce's video here. As you all can see, it's called Unpopular Opinion: Sonic Frontiers is a waste of $60. Now, I welcome all types of opinions, you know, especially towards Sonic. You are totally fine to be excited for Frontiers, to be not excited for it, to be kind of in the middle to where you are more cautiously optimistic. That is totally fine. However, the fact that this video has more dislikes than likes, and the fact that people are ripping him to shreds, I don't know what I'm getting into. I do know some of the points that people pointed out that totally was off the mark. So I hope to God I don't get angry watching this, because I want to still be professional. That's what I always try to... That's always how I want to present myself on my channel, is professional. So with that said, I don't want anyone to harass him at all. This isn't me throwing shade at him. This is me, a fellow gamer, a fellow content creator, critiquing the video, and maybe, hopefully maybe he'll watch this and maybe he'll understand why this video didn't do so well he probably thought it was. Sometimes us content creators have ideas, and even though at the time we may think it's a good idea, maybe at times you shouldn't do the first thing that comes to your mind in terms of content. Now, he has done some other videos on Sonic Frontiers, and my understanding is he's been hating on the game. He also put out a review of Sonic Origins, also saying that it was a waste of money. He complained about Genesis games appearing on the Switch Online app, and the only one he wants are the good ones, like Aladdin. It's like, this tells me he's definitely not a Sega fan or a Sonic fan. However, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So, if you're new here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell button. Let's get started here.
Hold up. Pause what you're doing and listen.
I can't pause what I'm doing.
I'm going to give it to you as straight as I can.
Okay.
Raw, genuine, and cut through
the
BS, the fluff, the glitter on Twitter. I will not stand for people trying to sugarcoat things into you giving over $60 for something that is not worth it, all right?
Okay.
Based on the title, you know what game I'm talking about.
Okay.
This gets me worked up. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce's.
Really now?
I disagree. This is just my opinion. All right, I'm being as truthful and honest as I can. I'm not doing that thing like, oh, let's hype the people up so that they watch the video. No. Okay, it's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Convince me otherwise. Happy to hear it.
And people did.
But everyone right now is saying Sonic Frontiers is good now, all of a sudden. And it's not. A new Gamescom trailer came out, a new Gamescom demo, and this game is still a disparate bunch of ideas thrown at an empty, open environment, open zone, and it has no clue what it's doing. Despite having a template laid out before it to exactly replicate, and they refuse to do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, a little game called Mario Bowser's Fury came out, and that is exactly what Sonic Frontiers should be.
Okay. That is... Okay, let me finish this, and I will break this apart.
A dense experience with land to cover, but challenges galore, enemies awesome, and a overall fightable character that radiates throughout the experience and is a foe that you know and feels good. A game that is tried and true, but tries something new, and instead Sonic Frontiers is a vomit of rail grinds and boost pads and under 60-second stages to try and grab onto your nostalgic thread.
Okay. This was one of the things that people point out in the comments of being wrong. Why are you comparing Sonic to frickin' Mario? Like, especially when you're comparing it to a game that came out last year, while Sonic Frontiers has been worked on for 5 years. So how in the heck can they make a game exactly like Bowser's Fury? Like what? Are they just going to delay the game for a couple more years? Just to rework a game, and then what could come out could be even worse? And my question to you, Mr. SwitchForce, is if they did come out with a game that's exactly like Mario, and they did that with Sonic Lost World, and people trashed that game, even though in my opinion it's not truly deserving of the hate that it got, because I thoroughly enjoyed Lost World, you probably still would complain. But please continue.
And pull you in, or more like pull the money out of your wallet. They show off Green Hill Zone and everyone goes bananas. Green Hill Zone. A Green Hill Zone that we've seen 50 times before. A Green Hill Zone that takes 50 seconds to complete. A Green Hill Zone that's part of cyber stages that are 1 to 2 minutes in length. Even given 30 cyber stages, we have under an hour of gameplay. These cyber stages are the bait and switch to make you think that this Sonic game has everything you want. But let me tell you that while Mario...
Okay. Wrong again, Mr. SwitchForce. When people found out that there was a stage with a Green Hill skin, Sonic fans complained about that. Why? Because since generations, they've been throwing Green Hill Zone in any game they put out. If you did your research on this, you would kind of know. Just saying.
Bowser's Fury central mechanic was something innovative and cool and very fun. Sonic Frontiers' central mechanic is drawing circles. And I don't care who says it's enjoyable, who says it feels good, who says that it's a great evolution, it is bad. Drawing circles around enemies is not fun. Drawing circles around enemies is not engaging. Drawing circles around enemies is time-consuming, repetitive, and dull. And instead of putting in fun, creative enemies, they put in a Mighty Mudge child baby. Don't know why that's the main character they
Okay. 2 things about that little thing you made about the drawing circles. That's basically the DS in a nutshell. There are games to where, guess what? You draw circles. And what else did he say there?
Is drawing circles. And I don't care who says it's enjoyable, who says it feels good,
yes.
who says that it's a great evolution, it is bad.
Okay. That's a bit of a... What's the word I'm looking for here? That's a bit of a... We can call that you being hypocritical. First you say it's okay for people to having different opinions about this game, and yet you come along and basically say that anyone that says that Sonic Frontiers is bad and not innovative because you're quote-unquote drawing circles, which again, that's the DS in the nutshell. Again. I think that is wrong. You know, because all the time people say that you should listen to gaming journalists. And the fact of the matter is, even gaming journalists, some of the most hardest critics towards Sonic the Hedgehog are seeing a lot of potential in this game. Plus, you haven't played it yet, even though you claim that you were invited by Sega, and yet you weren't on their list. Kind of weird about that whole thing.
Drawing circles around enemies is not fun. Drawing circles around enemies is not engaging. Drawing circles around enemies is time-consuming, repetitive, and dull. And instead of putting in fun, creative enemies, they put in a Mighty Mug child baby. Don't know why that's the main character they show off in the story trailer. And then you're fighting geometric objects. Imagine if in Mario Bowser's Fury, instead of fighting Koopas and Goombas and giant birds with beaks and all sorts of other creatures, you fought shapes. It does something to the game. It destroys the integrity, and it destroys the engagement, and it destroys the immersiveness.
Okay. The whole thing about there being basically a character that is a child's like, what about Super Mario Sunshine? That's a game you're dealing with a kid as character. Actually, maybe, Bowser Jr. is a kid. Mario has had those type of villains before as well. I mean, come on. Have you played Super Mario Bros. 3? Have you played Super Mario World? Remember the Koopalings? They were basically just glorified Koopas. That's what they were. Same thing with frickin' Bowser Jr. Or Baby Bowser. Whatever you want to call him. And when it comes to the enemy designs, that's because if you know anything about the game, that's just how that world is. And yeah, like, I have no problems with the enemy designs whatsoever.
I don't understand what people are saying they see in Sonic, because this is the same Sonic Frontiers that I saw in person in Los Angeles, and this is the same Sonic Frontiers I saw shown off by IGN when it looked like a disaster. And yes, they did throw together a nice quick-cut trailer that indicated other environments, but those environments are still a random smorgasbord of grind rails and boost pads thrown aimlessly around, with the central mechanic being go around, draw circles. There aren't the little challenges that capture fun bits of Sonic. The fun bits of Sonic are in those cyberspace stages, again, trying to really just convince you that this is what you loved. It is a absolute joke that Sonic Frontiers comes out the day before God of War Ragnarok. Those two games could not be farther apart in terms of foresight and thought and quality. I would love to be wrong. I would love for Sonic Frontiers to have a second world that just blows us away, but even in the Gamescom trailer, you can pause and see that this game is running the same open zone style throughout. And Sega has said we don't understand it, fans don't get it, and now magically they do. My theory is that because there's a release date, this game is getting closer, and people want to like it, they have to now convince themselves that it's pretty good before they fork over their $60, $70.
Actually, that, again, you are talking for other people. Stop it. Stop it. You are putting words in other people's mouths. The reason why people are now starting to be convinced about this game is because the more information we are getting, it's getting more positive. You have the journalists. Keep in mind, the journalists. People that have... Remember IGN, folks, where they said that Sonic has never been good and you could call the cops? Do you all remember that? And when it comes to complaining about the open zone, I mean, okay, well, I can easily, you know what? Let me critique my favorite Switch game of all time, which is Breath of the Wild. It's just a bunch of mountains placed randomly. There's not really much to do. Oh, look, the frickin' shrines basically, they hint at your more traditional Zelda puzzle solving, and yet it does. You all see what I mean. You can literally take that and throw it at any open world game. You can literally take any of these complaints he has made and throw it at any other game. And comparing it to God of War Ragnarok, really? Those two games are two different genres. Like, come on.
It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time and effort that went into making that money, and you got to justify it to yourself. This game looks like they had no idea what they're doing, and the latest build, the Gamescom demo, 2 months before the game comes out, still has graphical issues and camera control problems, something that plagued the original reveal of the game back on IGN when the gameplay debuted. Pop-in galore, because it literally is random objects popped into a world. They did not have a clear vision on what they were doing. They did not look at Mario, Bowser's Fury, and say, we could do something similar. Now, you can argue that Sonic is a different type of game than Mario. It's a different moveset. It's a different speed. But I've even seen people say, in their positive impressions, that Sonic has to slow down to approach these different challenges. Now, these aren't interesting, engaging, named challenges like we saw throughout Mario, utilizing different parts of his moves and utilizing all sorts of other elements from past and present Mario games to formulate a new creative idea, taking advantage of a semi-open
Comparing it to Mario again.
an open zone done by Nintendo. Instead, it's literally just, I don't know, go in a circle around this loop, go in a circle around this grind rail, and then go in a circle 6 times around this giant geometric object, because that's how you beat it. And then, once that's done, your big reward is you get to play a 1 to 2 minute stage that looks like it was copied from a previous game and relive a past game. Don't let them off the hook this easy. Do not let them off the hook.
Okay. Okay, something I noticed about this video so far, and why I think that a lot of people are ripping him apart, he is saying the same stuff all the time. He's comparing it to Mario. He's comparing it to, you know, grind rails and bounce pads and circles galore. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, if you want to compare Sonic and Mario, all right, fine. Let's do that right here, shall we? New Super Mario Bros. 2. Well, the new Super Mario Bros. Series in general. Those games are not talked about much. Why? Because people say that those games are too similar to one another. Sonic has always tried to at least change the gameplay, tried to change and do something new with each of the games. Super Mario Odyssey, great game. It's more of a souped up Mario 64, which, granted, that's what people really loved about it. Heck, that's what I loved about it. It was a more open Super Mario 64 on frickin' steroids. Nothing wrong with that at all. Bowser's Fury, same thing. It's you can make the argument that each of the 3D Mario games, you know, the freaking collectathon Mario games, are no different than, they don't change that much. Okay, yes, they have new gimmicks, yes, they have new level designs, but the overall experience is the same. And you're talking to someone that freaking loves Mario. But I'm just saying facts here. Like, okay. Oh, Lord.
When they had a perfect template to follow, and they chose not to. Look, I'll always give credit where credit's due for creativity. And they tried something different, and it just didn't work. There has been no part of Sonic Frontiers that show that they have any idea what would make a really cool open world game. And I'm beginning to believe that the Sonic gameplay style just isn't conducive for a great game anymore. But that's a topic for another discussion and another day. Right now, it's about this game that's in front of us. And the game that's in front of us is not the game that we want it to be, or that we hope it to be, or that it could have been. It's the game that it is. And I really, really do not like anything that I've seen of this game. And I think it is going to be a disaster. I really do. There's been a lot of Sonic disasters in the past, and I think this will go down as one of the biggest. I mean, look at the character design of the main dude they decide to show off in the character trailer. People are grabbing Having at Straw saying, we saw Big the Cat. There's a fishing minigame. We see Amy. Don't let him do it to you. Don't let him do it to you.
Okay, so he basically hinted at possibly another video about why the Sonic... The main problem of why people aren't able to review Sonic games is because there's not really anything else they can compare it to. Because Sonic isn't like Mario. Sonic isn't like Banjo-Kazooie. Sonic isn't like any other platformer on the market. So naturally, what they try to do is they compare it to Mario because, again, it's that whole 90s console wars. And this screams like he's trying to start that whole thing up again in this video. The fact of the matter is, right, he is a Nintendo fan. A hardcore one. I'm like getting to the point to where I'm just tuning him out. Like, I think I'll give my full thoughts at the end of this.
They designed a game where they thought you deserved geometric enemies, giant towers for bosses, and random, sporadic, not grouped together in any sort of organized or artistic way, objects for you to climb and slide and fall off of. Sonic Frontiers still looks as goofy and discombobulated as it did in the beginning. We're just getting close to the release date now, and people want to believe because they've loved Sonic from when they were young. And I know how that feels. I know how that goes. I understand the desire. But I'm saying, I'm hoping, I'm wishing that you will see through that and not let that get you. Because you'll spend your $60 and you'll find yourself flummoxed. Why did I believe in this game that has boring mechanics and looks like not a great execution and has visual problems 2 months before release, but I had a secret hope. And I have no secret hopes that this will do great on Switch because that system is nowhere near as strong as PC or Xbox, and it has problems there.
The Switch can handle Doom Eternal. I'm sorry if I'm crying too much, but this is really...
The zone of Sonic Frontiers is going to be disastrous on Switch and have even more pop-in and graphical hiccuping than the other versions have already exhibited. And they've shown their hand. They're being honest with you. Don't create something that isn't there. Sega has not said, oh, there's more deeper gameplay later on. They've said you don't understand what makes this good. AKA, we don't know. People don't like it. That's where they are. That's effectively what they're saying to you, and I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for this game to come out and blow us away, but I hate the idea that people will get swept up into the typical YouTube pattern where as a game approaches release, creators get all excited and fans get all hyped, and they want to believe that everything is the greatest thing ever because saying it's the greatest thing ever is the good thing to do on Twitter these days. And so I just want you to hear my honest opinion. I've been accused before of being like a fanboy that won't say anything bad about games, anything bad about Switch. I'm such a positive guy, and I normally am. But my positivity here is directed to saving you money from a game that looks antiquated, out of date, and completely, absolutely clueless. Sonic Frontiers is about drawing circles around geometric objects, and that's all you need to know. Thank you for listening to this TED Talk. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to prove me wrong. But you can hear it. Even in the positive impressions, there's reluctancy and sort of like a glassy-eyed hope that maybe this is fun. There is a skill tree. There's more of these side.
Oh my God! Talking for people again, huh?
A great new vision for Sonic, but how many times have we said that? How many Sonic games have we wished to be the bold new turn for the franchise? And what was the actual bold turn for the franchise? Sonic Mania, a game that went back. And why do you think the cyber stages that they're now throwing at you to lure you in are like that? They reel you in with what worked way back when, and what in some cases still works today. But they have no idea how to take this game into the next generation, into a new era, into a modern gameplay style. And they may never. Sonic may just not lend itself to that type of progression. But Sonic Frontiers, it ain't it. And I just wanted to get that off my chest and let you know. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry to put it to you so bluntly, but it had to be said. And hopefully you can understand that I'm just trying to be authentic with you, and I'm open to hearing other opinions. It's just my opinion, but I don't want you to get hoodwinked into buying this game. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Really now.
Out there.
Really.
We'll see. But Sonic Frontiers it still sucks. Thanks again, Switch Force. Out.
All right. Let me do this real quick. Okay. What does this video seem like to me? Well, obviously, the main points of his complaints. And I can tell that he couldn't really form a great opinion, and that's why he's getting ripped apart. He kept comparing it to Mario. He kept saying it's something about grinding rails, and drawing circles. He was bossing the enemy design. He was bossing Sage. Well, oh my god, he was dissing Sage character design. Granted, it's perfectly okay to not like Sonic Frontiers, but to do what he did here, and pretty much say that everyone is wrong, including the journalists, including the, what people dub the video game experts, which are the journalists, by the way, and to basically say that the fans that played it at Gamescom are wrong. You don't do that. Especially when you are trying to say that you are open to all opinions. You don't do that. You are talking for other people. To me, this screams, I want Sonic Frontiers to fail. Just to prove everyone that I was right. This video, to me, feels more like he recorded it. Like, if this came out right after the whole IGN showcase thing, then yeah, this video would probably have more likes than dislikes. But because of the fact that we're seeing more and more of it, and people are starting to play, and we're seeing all these impressions, and they are positive. Yes, there is still some mixed recension and some negative, but there's a lot of positive, reception. He's not liking this because he's a Nintendo fan. Look, do you guys see any Sonic Funko Pops back here? I sure don't. Unless he's hiding one somewhere. He's a Nintendo fanboy. That is what he is. I would find him a lot more of a credible source if he actually dissed Nintendo for a bad decision. And apparently he did with Splatoon 3. But then all of a sudden it comes out and he's like, oh, well, it's great. Which again, that's fine if you have your opinion change. But with him, he's saying that Sonic Frontiers is going to suck. He's hoping that he's wrong. But it's going to suck. The end. Mic drop. And the fact of the matter is, too, he's saying that he wants people to save money. Dude, that's a good... This video is not just an opinion piece. It's a full-on hate video. And then, most normal YouTubers, when they're wrong, they normally pull down the video and then they apologize. Because the fact of the matter is, he was wrong. And look, he put a praise... See what I mean? His opinion is this. He praises Mario, but you have a Sonic, it's like, okay, why, Sonic Frontiers is going to change the franchise forever. And then in this video, which I don't know why I'm giving him views. So let's...
Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. It's been an eerie couple of days. Freaking Sonic fans, man. I am in hiding, but I had to bring you a video. I wanted you to know that I'm all good, and the show must go on. Who would have thought saying Sonic's drawn circles would have elicited so much pain and punishment, and then we find out that he also does zigzag, so
Oh, here we go.
I gotta stay out of the limelight here. But I want to bring you a show, so hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for being here. I've got a lot of your well wishes. I appreciate it. I want to kick it off with a good rumor. All right. Well,
see, right there, he freaking opens it up. He just says that, because he said that all Sonic does is draw circles, and and now he does zigzags. Now it's like, well, now he's and he doubled down on that. Dude. The only reason why you got ripped to shreds is because it was bad takes. It really was bad takes. It's 31 minutes. Jesus Christ. There were even non-Sonic fans that ripped him apart. The thing is, though, right? Are us Sonic fans defensive? Yes, and for a good reason. And I can tell you why right here. We're tired of the crap that gets thrown at us or the franchise by people like SwitchForce or IGN. Granted, IGN has been one of the more positive people. Actually, they are one of the more positive, things with Sonic Frontiers. But the thing is too, and I saw a comment there about how Sonic, through 3D Sonic games has always been bad since the Jump 3D. Okay, well, you're wrong. Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Heroes has mixed reception in the fandom. That doesn't automatically make it bad. Shadow the Hedgehog, same thing. Sonic 06, that one has gotten crap by fans. And I'm mainly focused on the main line here. Generations, positive. Colors, positive. Lost World, mixed. Forces, negative. There's... Oh, boy. So, anyways, you guys, let me know what you all think about this. And, Zach, from SwitchForce, I just want to say this. Okay? If you want to come onto my channel and discuss your take with this, with a Sonic fan, actually with one of the more down-to-earth ones that can be critical towards Sega if I need to be, then I will gladly give you my my contact info. Or if you have a Discord account, I can easily send you my Discord ID. And then we can discuss things over there. But in my opinion, you do seem like a Sonic hater. The Sonic formula still works. So, to end this thing with a positive note, this is why I'm trying to let my audience know that ignore all the haters. It is perfectly okay to be hyped for Sonic Frontiers. It's also okay to not be hyped. It's okay to be in the middle. And this does bring up a good point. A good question. Should we hype a game up or crap on a game before its release? This does bring up a good point. A good debate. But anyways, guys, until next time. I feel like I lost a few brain cells watching that. Oh, jeez.